Well, welcome. This is a big reveal. We're very excited today. This is a very unusual project, and I'm very proud of it and excited about it, sharing it with everybody. Because this is a situation where I just did the design and changed much of the architectural layouts and spaces of room for symmetry and determining where we ran soffits and what type of finishing details we had, as well as all of the built-in designs and kitchen design, and working with the owners for all their finished fixture choices and the interior design. So we're standing in the foyer, obviously, and decided to go with Philip Jeffries wallpaper for an accent wall, which I think is going to work beautifully with some of their tastes as a younger couple. We have a Stark carpet. You know, we created area rugs, love the finishing details on the edges. And art, they've purchased art for this wall, and to the right we go into the master suites. To the left we have the second and third bedroom, and then the hall bath is really the public bath, I guess I would say. All of the door hardware, type of doors, finished materials, you know, the selections I would do anyway. I think the only thing that was different is we have my signature, you know, magnet switches so the lights turn on. All of the interiors are done by California Closets, which I think look great, working with the owner so that they could get that done. We have a little bit of a modern throwback. You know, this is typically a deco, it's definitely a deco base molding, but I think it worked perfectly for a contemporary apartment. We have beautiful floors from a light color from PID flooring, because we wanted to keep the lightness and airiness in the apartment, because we were opening up the space so that we had a big enough entrance from the foyer with the symmetry of the lighting in that space and storage, so that we would be able to bring in and see the light from that room, which is really a grand space to walk into an apartment today. We also have, from a color perspective, you know, we wanted to pop of color. We introduced the color that I know the owner loves, and I think it really blends well with the neutral colors and the textures of the softness and wood selections chosen to make this apartment feel fabulous and comfortable and yet sophisticated at the same time. We have two wine coolers, a larger one here and a shorter one that's part of the kitchen design. Again, integrating, we'll talk about the kitchen in a different segment. But here we wanted to make sure that our entertainment features were on, you know, facing the living room. So we have a dry bar over there. We have introduced color with a Tufenkian carpet, and then soft textures for this beautiful sectional and swivel chair, which I love. I mean, there's nothing better than really being comfortable and being able to see the television from all sides. Ottomans are coming. I think we have to figure out whether we want to do, and I think two 24-inch cubes here would make sense, but we're probably going to do an upholstered top so that it's more loungy and you can use trays. I love multifunctionality in this. We had tremendous problems with the bookcase that had to have its feet cut off because it's too big, so we'll cut in pictures of that in the end, and they had to bring the etagere up the stairs. Nothing but challenges when you deal with apartments that are 8 foot tall and the stairwells are probably limited, but wonderful staff here, so we did well. All of my custom built-ins are covering radiators and separate through-the-wall air conditioners. We brought in, I suppose, a very modern, simplistic wired window treatments with the balances, so that we can integrate white in the space with the pop of the antique bronze. Again, complementing the design, all my custom design of the kitchen. They actually had an antique table that has several sectional pieces to add that can seat really comfortably 8, probably 10, because it has 2 more that they can do. So I think the fabric selections just work beautifully with what we have going on in this kitchen. Challenge with all the window covers and all the tops for all of our built-ins that are an integrated sill, is that eventually they're going to have to change the windows. And I think that's going to be a challenge, but we had to integrate being able to take this back section off so that at some point when they remove the window, we can remove these with just two little round suction cups, and we pull that back piece off so that we don't destroy the entire countertop. And so it has an integrated sill. We love, this is the Silestone Eternal Calcutta. It's just beautiful with this textured finish. Is kind of a soft, it's a matte, but it's got a little bit of texture, which we just absolutely love. So we'll take a break here and then go check out the kitchen. So the challenge of the kitchen. This was really interesting because the kitchen and this apartment had been combined before and really not done well, which is why when we cut in the before pictures, you're going to see the break, that goes into the bedroom from the living room. This was really just all the kitchen was on this one wall. I call it the wet wall. And so even though there was a wall between the peninsula that faces the kitchen and the living room, between these two rooms, opening it up so that we could bring in the views and see the light and have this space when you're cooking still be at least part of the community. I mean, in terms of interaction and entertaining. We have, garbage rollouts and plenty of storage and storage spaces and drawers, and there's a convection oven on the right, Wolf. We did a recirculating hood. We couldn't vent it out the side, but Wolf hood. LED, we worked with Heflin. We did the LED, the higher voltage, I think it's 24 watt, under counter lighting. Insisted that we get a new Sub-Zero. They had an old Sub-Zero here, and I said no. So this one has the water dispenser on the inside. The owner loved the farm sink. These are not made anymore, Frankie, so they're discontinued. So I think she's probably one of the last ones. We couldn't really find a metal faucet, so we went with the one that we knew had the metal fixtures, which makes, the metal components on the inside, so not plastic, which is helpful. Love the bronze handles, which I think tie in well to the contemporary approach to a shaker door. So there's a big built-in pantry here. We have a smaller wine refrigerator and a perfect, really, eating in the kitchen or at the peninsula for a couple that's, I'm sure planning to have a family. And we introduced the pop of color from Metropolitan Lighting, and this is Hudson Valley. For those lights, which they loved, I think, I could argue another way for the type of it, but this is, again, designing to fit my customers and clients. So I just think it works beautifully with this color for integrating a pop of color from the Island's perspective and having swivel chairs. I know these came from, I think they're Crate and Barrel. But it's absolutely stunning in terms of an entertaining space, and we'll take a break and go back and talk about the bedrooms.